All right, here with Parker Bohn at Championship Lanes for the PBA50 stop. And Parker, I'm not sure there's not anybody hotter right now in the senior tour than you are. And it all started with the king of the lanes. How has it evolved? The game just right there as it always been?
You know, I feel like I've been searching for whatever that little extra that all of us want to have. And the stars kind of fell in a line, a little bit of work right before the king of the lanes, and then it preluded to winning a couple of matches and walking out there, you know, fairly substantial. Well, that rolled into my own kids, or let me say our own kids, Leslie and myself. Our kids having just awesome weeks at Teen Masters and Junior Gold and earning a ton of scholarship money along the way. And that's propelled me even further. And now, I mean, right now I feel like all the planets are aligned in the universe.
Yeah, let's start back last week. One of your best weeks that you've had in a while, you just dominated the event. But you've won here before. How big is that, walking in, not only winning last week, but coming in here to a place you've won before?
Well, certainly got confidence. You know, I mean, confidence built and breeds success along the way. Doesn't mean that I'm penciled in for the check and trophy by any means, but the fact that I've won a couple of events coming into this event, being one of the past champions here, hopefully I'm going to cross my fingers, looking forward to a great week.
I'm assuming you've watched a little bit of the A squad as they came off of your bowling on the burn. What's your game plan going into this afternoon and this first squad here?
Well, I think the biggest thing is looking at challenging the lanes are, don't do anything foolish to really shoot yourself in the foot, more or less. I unfortunately didn't make it here for practice session yesterday because of fortunately winning another tournament. But that being said, watching the guys go out there and keeping their angles shut down, their lines and targets in front of them, I feel like that's my A game for today, and we're going to go with that.
Let's go back to now your son, Justin, how cool was it to see him evolve as a player? Now, all of a sudden, he's got a lot of momentum himself going into college here soon. How cool is it to see that your kid go from little to now being one of the top amateurs?
It's awesome, you know, watching all of our kids grow up along the way and knowing that Wichita State is where he's headed. You know, come Tuesday, that's when he's going out there to literally join their program full-fledged. To think where they were at one time, where you're just holding him in a carrier, and now he's off and riding down the road on his own and making a name for himself in the sport. You know, I'm going to be behind him 100%, just like I know Leslie will too, and together as parents, we couldn't be more proud.
Yeah, it's such a great family affair. They've been with you through your entire career as kids, traveling the roads with you. Now you're going to be at a point where you're going to be traveling with them maybe as they evolve into maybe a pro at some point in time.
Yeah, anything is possible. You know, he just won a tournament yesterday, and now he's bowling another big event today. Obviously, I'm here, so we're kind of like challenging each other, if you want to say. And Brandon's got a little say-so in that as well. Don't get me wrong there, but it's going to be cool watching him grow up and have success on his college team and wherever bowling may take him in the future. But until then, I think as a family, the Bohn family is going to continue to ride the wave.
Well, best of luck this weekend. Thanks so much for your time, Parker.
Thank you.
All right, Tom. I was kidding with you here in the end of the 7th game. You had the front 4. I said, hey, I'll let you finish this game out, and you finished it out in unbelievable fashion with a 300 game. What did you see on this pair compared to the other ones as you really bowled steady throughout the entire day?
Probably about the last 2 or 3 games, I made a ball change to something a little bit more. We were following guys that were throwing urethane, which made the lanes a little bit tighter down lane, and the bigger ball seemed to blend it out better. So it matched up my game. All I had to do was just let go of it at a point. Keep the arm swing in line and just get it going down the lane and the ball read in the right spot. Obviously, I matched up. So.
All right, Mark, you're as close to your hometown as you're going to get. We're just about a half an hour up the road here north on 69 from Indianapolis. How big of an event is this tournament in your mind in the PBA50 season?
Oh, it's definitely one that I always look forward to, but I always look forward to coming up here anyway. This bowling center is kind of special to me. We bowl the State Masters here every year, as you well know. So, you know, that's always something I look forward to on my bowling calendar as well, the State Masters. And then to be able to come back and bowl the PBA50 tournament here is always nice. To get to sleep in my own bed, which is nice. Get to have some home-cooked meals. And like I said, I always look forward to coming back in here. I was lucky enough to win the State Masters here a long time ago, and was able to finish up there towards the top a few other times. So.
You are on a roll really this season. You've had a great season so far. This is kind of the first year you've really invested a lot of time into it from bowling stop to stop, and that seems to pay dividends for you so far this year.
Yeah, I quit my full-time job in January of 2021 to focus solely on the pro shop that I opened, that we opened in June of 2020 with my brother and my sister. And so, you know, the summer schedule, the PBA50 schedule works out perfect for the pro shop business. We're real slow in the summertime typically. I can't say that this year, but we're pretty slow in the summertime, so it allows me to take the time off to go chase the PBA50 tour, which starts in April, right there at the end of the bowling season, and and then we conclude in the middle of August when the bowling season for 2021-2022 begins. So yeah, I've been very fortunate.
I mean, you're knocking on the door of a win. A lot of these guys out here know week in and week out you're a threat. What's it going to take in your mind to kind of make that next step and get in that TV show?
Well, I was close twice this year. Once I missed the show by just a few pins. In fact, in the position round, had I beat Stoney Baker, I would have been the 5 seed, and actually I could have leaped into the 4 seed against Brad Angelo. But regardless, it just takes being out here and learning and getting more comfortable in those top positions. And I really try to focus on one good shot at a time, Scott. I know it's an old cliche, but it's true, man. If you can boil everything down to just one good shot at a time, that's what'll get you through.
Well, not only has your bowling been good, you were recently elected into the State Hall of Fame for Indiana. How important is that in regards to not only to summarize your career as a whole, but just kind of give you that nice status quo on your entire career?
Yeah, it's an incredibly big honor to me, and I'm so grateful for the Hall of Fame staff to vote me in on that. It was definitely a nice surprise, and what was great is going in with my good buddy Steve Lang that I bowled with for years, and Steve's really the one that got me bowling on the good teams in the early '80s too, with Mike Albee and Bob Griffith and all those guys that had, well, and all of those guys are already in the Hall of Fame as well. But so I got to. Yeah, I've just been blessed, man. I've been so lucky my whole life to be surrounded by great people.
Bye.